is River, and today I'll be practicing lesson 8 from A Course in Miracles, the workbook. The lesson for today is my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This idea is, of course, the reason why you see only the past. No one really sees anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outward. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. It therefore cannot understand time and cannot, in fact, understand anything. The one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not there. Oh, it is not here. To think about it at all is therefore to think about illusions. Very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or in anticipating the future. The mind is actually blank when it does this because it is not really thinking about anything. The purpose of the exercises for today is to begin to train your mind to recognize when it is not really thinking at all. While thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. Wow. While thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. Recognizing that your mind has been merely blank, rather than believing that it is filled with real ideas, is the first step to opening the way to vision. The exercises for today should be done with eyes closed. This is because you actually cannot see anything, and it is easier to recognize that no matter how vividly you may picture a thought, you are not seeing anything. With as little investment as possible, search your mind for the usual minute or so, merely noting the thoughts you find there. Name each one by the central figure or theme it contains and pass on to the next. Introduce the practice period by saying, I seem to be thinking about blank. Then name each of your thoughts specifically. For example, I seem to be thinking about, quote, or in quotes, name of a person, about, quote, name of an object, about, quote, name of an emotion, and so on, concluding at the end of the mind-searching period with, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Okay, so to get started, we're basically I'm going to just close my eyes. And at this point, I'm just going to sit quietly with my eyes closed, and I'm going to practice. I'm going to give a few examples out loud, and then I'll go quiet. Feel free to pause if you would like. So let's say I seem to be thinking about my mom. But my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I seem to be thinking about all of the things I need to organize that I took out of my closet. But my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I seem to be thinking about how tired I am and how much I want sleep. But my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. So those are just a few things that have come to mind. I'm going to close my eyes and give about a minute and allow us to just practice together. So you can go ahead and begin. Okay, that feels like a little over a minute. It says, let's see if it gives a time again. It doesn't say how long to practice, but I know it's oh, search your mind for the usual minute or so, just noting the thoughts you find there, and then just name it and pass on to the next one. So sometimes I found myself like pausing while I was kind of waiting. It was like I was waiting for a thought or trying to search for a thought instead of just letting them come. And it feels more natural just to let whatever thoughts come instead of kind of like searching in a way or forcing it. So the next thing that it says in the workbook is, do not linger over any one thing in particular, but remember to omit nothing specifically. Oh wait, no, that was from the lesson before. I apologize. Sorry. It says, this can be done 4 or 5 times during the day. So 4 or 5 times, unless you find that it irritates you. If you find it trying, 3 or 4 times is sufficient. You might find it helpful, however, to include your irritation or any emotion that the idea for today may induce in the mind searching as well. So as like I would be saying these things that are coming to me, and then let's say I notice like I'm starting to feel irritated, like a sense of release, but then a sense of like fear/irritation or agitation in my heart, I would just be like, I seem to be feeling irritation or thinking about this feeling that I'm like uncomfortable. I apologize. I have a cold. I'm not feeling that great. So my throat. And then saying like, I seem to be irritated, or I seem to be thinking about or noticing that I'm irritated, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Wow, that just feels like it like cuts that out at the knees if that comes in, and then allows like I feel space opening to continue with the practice with that statement. So that's beautiful to remember. And if you remember 4 or 5 times during the day, so I seem to be thinking about, and just taking a minute, naming like the 5 things you're thinking about. Yeah, like I seem to be, thinking about something I want to purchase for the house, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I seem to be thinking about cleaning the vacuum cleaner out, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. So just allowing those like minute practice periods to 4 or 5 times. So it's gone up or increasing now, I'm noticing. It was 3 or 4 times a day to practice yesterday. So thank you for joining me. I hope this was helpful, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care.